Hi, Bob Baker here. I'm going to take a couple of minutes on this video to tell you about some really cool ideas that I got after reading a book called Crush It. It's by Gary Vaynerchuk. Why now is the time to cash in on your passion. If you don't know who Gary Vaynerchuk is, he's a guy who grew up, his family ran this liquor store somewhere on the East Coast, and a few years ago he took to the internet, video in particular, and he started this website called Wine Library TV, where every week he was giving reviews of the wines that his family store carried. But he did it in a very unique way. Gary's a passionate guy. He's unlike the wine connoisseurs of the past. He's not an uppity, proper, he's sort of a earthy, man's man kind of guy. And so he gave these his critiques of these wines in a very unique way, unique to him and his personality. And the thing caught on. He started getting thousands and thousands of viewers. His family wine business just took off and multiplied by many millions of dollars the income that they were bringing in. And with his success, a lot of people started picking his brain about social media in general and how to use the internet to attract attention, which led to this book, Crush It. There's a couple of things that he mentioned in the book that I just wanted to point out. First of all, I totally agree that there's been no better time in history to take your interests, the things you're passionate about, your gifts, your capacities, your talents, and transform them into a way to not only get attention and again affect people in a positive manner, but also to start bringing in at least a stream of income, a sideline income, if not someday a full-time income. There's been no better time in history to do that. And for those people that are resistant to the internet, or I don't want to spend that much time on on Facebook or whatever, you just have to sort of get over that. And if you truly want to embrace these new tools, these new ways of reaching people. Another thing he talks about is to cater to your strengths, because obviously Gary's he's got a personality, he's got some spice to the way that he delivers a message, and so video was a natural for him. That was the medium. He was able to talk into a camera and do it in a way that people could connect with, and so that worked for him. But he's heard it before. Not everybody has that kind of outgoing personality or looks good or feels comfortable in front of a camera, so he encourages you to cater to your strengths. And Gary himself admits that he is not a very good writer, and in fact he didn't even actually write the book himself. What he did is he had conversations with a co-writer who took all of his notes and then wrote it up, and then Gary edited it. So it's his information and his story, but he just didn't have the skills to sit down and actually type it in himself. So again, he catered to his strengths, and he delegated and figured out ways to make up in areas where he wasn't strong. So that's an important message. You have something that you want to deliver, whether it's music or a book or a piece of art or a film or a play or whatever it is. Maybe you don't have the personality for a certain medium, but maybe your strengths lie somewhere else. For instance, are you a good writer? Are you good with the written word? If so, then blogging and doing Twitter updates and all that could be the way that you get your message out. But some people are not good writers, like Gary, so maybe you are good at extemporaneously speaking. Maybe a podcast would be good for you, or maybe having somebody interview you, where you're interacting with someone and you record it. And again, if you're comfortable speaking into a webcam like I'm doing now, then maybe you should use video. But whatever it is, figure out what your strength is, figure out what that medium is, set up a blog or the podcast or a YouTube channel, whatever that is based on your strengths, and then work it and do it consistently, because you're not going to see you'll get a lot of traction in the early weeks, the early months, maybe even the first year of doing something. But if you stick with it and you really have something of value to deliver to a specific type of audience, you will start connecting with people. And after a year or so, you might just see some opportunities then to turn that attention and that value that you're delivering to people maybe into an information product or a service or consulting fees or whatever it is, something that you can do to make a little extra money if you choose to do that. So that's what I got out of the book Crush It by Gary Vaynerchuk. Why now is the time to cash in on your passion. I hope you cash in on yours if that's what you want to do. I'm Bob Baker saying so long for now. Talk to you real soon. Bye.